Hello, everybody. Anybody? We're still here in Mauville. We're still searching for the Great Dragon. It's me, Platypede. I've switched up things a little bit. Because Zadie has quick attack, so I think I want to chip down... its health. And get us a little bit closer to being able to beat it. Oh hey, thanks for the raid trance, Kay. Oh, excuse me. I've also... I hope y'all had... I hope y'all had a good stream with Trans K on this side, yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute, buddy. Boy, I'm not nearly done filling the Pokédex, but we're almost done with Pokemon Ruby, the first leg of the journey. So yeah, I was just leeching content tonight. Oh yeah, of course. Absolutely. I'm just here to skip the horrors for a couple hours. Just live in a fantasy world where I imagine that I have a where we imagine that things are okay. Oh, you model the leech in Blender. Gotcha. Nice. Leech content. But yeah, ignoring the worlds for a little bit. I did a little research. I read the forbidden texts, and it turns out that roamers in these games, I only looked at Ruby and Sapphire. I learned two things. I learned a few things, but I learned two useful things. One is that there are several different, like, map regions that have up to 6 possible, there are these map regions that have up to 6 possible routes where the roamer will go at random. And... Oops. Oh yeah, it's up there. Okay, so I should probably fly again. Because last time we were talking, the consensus that I agreed with is that Mauville is the best place to go and, like, run around. I fell off Pokemon a couple decades ago. I mean, honestly, the same trends. And I'm like back because I never beat Ruby as a kid, or at least I don't remember. And I never finished the Pokédexes until I started streaming, and I went back and did, like, the first-gen Pokédex. They really know how to keep it thriving. Yeah, it's because it's, like, multimedia, I think. But anyway, I did a little research because I want to actually get Latios. It's the last Pokemon we need before I can start the Sapphire run, and we can get the unique Pokemon in Sapphire. And the nice thing there is that we don't have to beat Sapphire even. I only have to get as far as catching the unique Pokemon. Actually, I guess we kind of have to beat the Elite Four if I'm going to get Latios. Either that, or I think in Emerald you can pick one of the two. Cry button. Yeah, like, as in... See, that's what I always thought as a kid. I was like, what, the Pokemon crying? No, it's not. It's the sound they make as a cry, right? So you can hear what the Pokemon sounds like. That's all it is. But yeah, I discovered two things. I should finish my thought. There are several different regions around Holland that the Pokemon roamer can go, that they're up to 4, up to 6 different routes can be in a region, and the Pokemon will randomly go to any of those routes. The second thing I learned is that is how the roamer moves around, in this case Latios. It'll either go... there's a small chance that it'll just go to a different region, a different collection of routes. But most of the time, it will go to a random route in the current collection, in the current region, like collection of... However, after it's moved 3 times, I think, the 4th time it'll return to the first route that it went to. So it kind of loops when it's in the same region. but it's otherwise random. So basically we should keep, like, once it's in the same region that we're in, we should just kind of keep going, like, doing like this and hope that it lands in, after 2 transitions, hopes that it lands in the same spot that we are. Right now, I think the region it's in right now is not around Mauville. I think that route is in a region that's like around Fortree, but I don't know. Oh yeah, the translations please don't put me back in the Pokeball, yeah. The crying Latios. You even picked an emote of the same color. Poor Latios. So I will say I did not dig deep enough to like figure out what all of the route regions are and what all of the route regions are for roamers. All I did was check like those 2 basic things, which I feel like, oh, here we go. So now it's in our region. At least I feel like it is based on where it was roaming around last time. So I'm pretty sure the 4 routes branching off of Mauville are one region. So if we just keep going back and forth, then it will likely eventually end up here. Or it might end up on the bike route. Bike route might be the one that it loops back on. Okay, it went north. The difficult thing is that every time you cross a boundary of some kind like this, it'll move, so it's moving twice every time you do that. Yeah, it's gone there. But I'm gonna stick with my selection because if I move and if I go south and then it comes back here, I'll feel really dumb. Nope, it went back up there. And that north route is annoying because I'd have to go get it. I don't have a Pokemon with Rock Smash right now. I guess I could teach Rock Smash to Zadie. Oh, now it's gone. Let's go a few times. Because last time we were supposing that it can only go to adjacent routes. And so it made sense to like step in and out of town like the number of times that it would take to... Oh, good thing too, because I had a repel from earlier. I've been doing some training elsewhere. I'll explain that later. Because I want to make the Emerald playthrough special. And the Sapphire one for that matter. But yeah, having read the forbidden texts, Poke Ruby, the actual decompiled code for these games, I am informed in a way that I was not before. I'm glad, because in 2nd gen, they had that avoidance code where if you do what I'm doing right now, then the Pokemon will never arrive on your route. Like, they specifically check that you're walking back and forth. Oh, sorry to rain and run, but you have alcohol to acquire for tomorrow. Yeah, have a good one, Trance. Thanks for stopping by. Oops. Enjoy whatever event you're having tomorrow that requires drinking. It must be a good one. I mean, if it's in a different region, I should just fly. Flying seems to force the Pokemon to pick a different region, so I'm gonna fly back here. And then I'm gonna be sneaky. Because if it has moved here... Okay, now it's in these regions. And because it's started there, I'm gonna go this way because that means it might return to this route. But I think it always changes. I think it can't pick the same route that it was just in, yeah. So we'll, let's see, one, and then it might be back here now, if my understanding of the looping is correct, or I've miscounted. Oh, no, it went over there. I kind of have to just check every time, I think. Because I did check, it's totally random what route it goes to in the area. Although it's favoring that southmost route. Oh, hey Trousers, welcome. How's it going? I just finished explaining the arcane knowledge I obtained to help catch this roamer. But how you doing? Oh no, it moved again. Okay. I think we gotta race. We gotta fly. Oh, you're very sleepy. Oh, did you leave in the middle of the stream? Oh, that's alright, bud. I've definitely done that before. I've definitely, like, left in the middle of somebody's stream and not said anything. It's okay. Now, I don't know for sure about this one. I don't know. The only things I know for sure are the, like, region thing. The region thing and, kind of looping around. Like, I think if I understand the code correctly for the roamers, they will pick a random route up until they have visited a total of 3, and then they'll start looping. Anyway. Oh, you're adjusting your sleep schedule to rise earlier. And your nervous system isn't taking kindly to it. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I mean, hey, once you can accomplish it, it's a good feeling. Well, you know what? I can fly to Slateport. Because we can just go onto the bike path. Well, kind of. Oh, that actually doesn't help, does it? Yeah. No, I've been trying to adjust too. It's something about the transition from from winter to spring and spring to summer. It kind of demands it. Oh, wait. Okay, we've got Latios. We got Latios. I've been alright. I've actually been... I kind of have trouble sleeping lately too. In general. I mean, just because, you know, the world is falling apart. My country is deciding that it doesn't want poor people to live. Oh, here we go. Actually, that's not really any different. My country has decided that it doesn't want most people to live. That's the change. So yeah, and it just weighs on my mind because of course, like, what else can I think about? But yeah, otherwise, I'm enjoying taking my time with Pokemon. Oh man, it's in like just barely. It's like one region over now. The one thing I should have looked up is whether flying makes for a bigger area transition or if it's just the same. Because I'm actually not sure. Oh, here we go. Alright. So, having gone to that route, it should eventually come back to it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... Like, if I go out there, that's one transition. I come back in, that's 2. I should actually check where it goes next. Okay, so where's it has it gone next? It went west first, now it's south. I want to see if I understand via code. Because that's the thing. I don't think anybody's written a guide on how the roamer code works exactly. Okay, wait, it's gone west-south, it's gone west again, so it won't go west a second time. But it could go any of the other 3 directions. I'm gonna guess... I'm gonna go east, see what happens here. Oh, you've been sleeping too much. Maybe due to medication. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's around the time the medication is starting... It's in that window where your medication is starting to take effect, and your tiredness just aligns closely with it. Yeah, yeah. I feel that. I can't say that I'm on medication, because I'm not actually on medication, and I'm still having struggles. Just shows you what state everything is in. Okay, this time I'm just gonna try and catch it, because why not? Also, tentacle. Can we run away with Zadie? I'm actually not sure. Oh, I forgot that I put her in a luxury ball. That's very nice. It's because we're gonna eventually send her over to Emerald, and I think it's just as well. Okay, let's have Niblin in front just because he's fast. Yeah, oh yeah, I live in the US. I should have said that. I do. So we also have daylight saving time to contend with. Although that happened a few months ago, but it's still like, it just always screws everybody over. There's my Latios boy. My psychic dragon boy. Really wants to be Really wants to be a Lugia. Oh man, he just got out right away. Okay. Well, where'd you go now? I think maybe I was right to have Zadie out first so that we're doing... You know, we'll do this just so that Niblin is easy to... we have easy access to Niblin for flying. Here we go. Yeah. What I keep telling myself about the US, it's just like... Some stuff is out of your hands, and it's worthwhile to keep protesting and, like, raising your voice, but also... If you feel compelled to act and do something, you need to do it, like, locally and connect with people around you, because there's a lot you can do to support people, especially, like, at me as somebody who's fairly privileged. There's a lot I can do to help people around me. And it's better than despairing about the world at large. I've gone from sleeping from 10 hours minimum to 6 to 7. Huh. And I feel like six I feel like wouldn't be... I feel like I can get along with 6 hours of sleep sometimes. But it's, that's always a bit of a stretch, huh? Yeah. And you know, there's like there's a level of like, oh, here we go, we got Latios here again. There's a level of like self-care that you always need to do before you can help other people. It's like that, the easy example is that like, what is it? The like little pamphlet that you find in the back of an airplane seat that's like, in the event of an emergency and the oxygen masks come down, be sure to put your mask on first before you help somebody else. It's like, it applies to everything. As long as you're not using it as an excuse not to help other people like you do, there's like definitely a big part of helping. Making yourself in a good place first. Wait, did Latios just like vanish? It didn't like me. He didn't like me talking about politics. Oh wait. Oh man, he's like right there. Okay, if I go back west, he might be here now. This feels so scummy, but this is how you do roamers now. Aw, dang. If I were willing to... although that makes me think maybe that water route is actually part of this region, since Latios came back here. But... oh, dang, he went over there. And I say he just because we verified what his gender was through battling. I'm gonna try this one again. In a weird way, I feel like it was easy. It was almost easier to deal with to do the with second gen. As cruel as it was, second generation roamers were almost easier to deal with because you put on some repels and a Pokemon of just the right level, and then you bike through. You bike all the way from Ekritik down to Goldenrod, and you keep doing it again and again. Okay, I'm gonna take the same approach and just go here. No, I went this way. Well, let's try going down to the bike path area. Maybe he's gone there this time. I feel silly. What I should really do is stick to whatever route I've picked. Oh no, he went up there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this one just because I'm right here. Yeah, 6 is the bare minimum for sleep, I assume you mean, regardless of wiring. Allegedly, the number of people who can function long-term in less than 6 hours is absolutely close to 0. I believe that. Yeah, because, like, some people have different lengths of... Oh, it's here. Some people have different lengths of REM cycles from each other, and it's something like... I think if you can get along on 6 hours of sleep, that means that you can fit 3 REM cycles into 6 hours. Oh, here we go. Nice. Yeah, you like the oxygen mask analogy? Yeah, it's a pretty decent one. It's one that I think about every so often. Because the crucial part of it is that, like, once you do have the mask on, you should help. And, like, I think it's a point that is very important to make. And it's short. I also just like analogies. It can get you pretty far. Yeah. I've always had the impression that my sleep cycles fit into about 7 hours. Because they take a long time to actually fall asleep. But when I do, I seem to, like, reliably wake up after about 8. Like, about 8 hours after I went to bed. And it feels like 7 is around the amount of hours that I actually use. Depending on the day, of course. I remember reading about a sleep cycle called the Uberman sleep cycle. It's extreme, but some people claim it's worth the time. Wait. That... I don't think I know that one. I was gonna say, does Uberman sound familiar? It sounds kind of like Ubermensch, which is like a term from Nietzsche's writing. Take of that what you will. But yeah, I know the only other kind of sleep pattern I've heard of is like, resting, having like regular rest periods throughout the day instead of having one big sleep period. I don't know how useful that is. You know what? I'm wondering if this east route is not part of this... Not part of this recent... Or, you know what? Some routes might be part of multiple regions. I thought that Latios would be back in our region, but I don't think it is right now. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even... The funny thing is, I haven't even read Nietzsche. I think it was his, well, on the genealogy of good and evil was on, like, our... Was supposed to be on our reading list for a college ethics course, but we didn't get that far. I think we got as far as, like, John Stuart Mill. It was, they kind of underestimated the scope on that, and I think we had too many snow days. We, like, we missed out on stuff. We were supposed to also read, what? The Nicomachean Ethics, I think? Is it Archimedes? No, Aristotle. There's a bunch of stuff we didn't read in college, and it's like, whatever. I could just watch a YouTube video, probably. Well, the goal of Uberman sleep cycle is to be able to function on no more than 2 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. Ah. I feel like that's the kind of system where... Oh, 6 20-minute naps. I feel like that's the kind of system that proponents of it are not really accurately monitoring all of their sleep, and they'll like have lots of they'll end up having lots of cheats that they don't count. You know what I mean? Like those people who pretend like they can survive, like breatharians or something, where they claim that they don't eat food, but they actually do, and they're just very sneaky about when they do have it, and they're like, oh, I eat food for fun, like I don't actually need to eat it, but they totally, they need food, you need sustenance. Oh, I see. Some people succeeded after an extremely uncomfortable adaptive period. I mean, it's fascinating. I would not want to try it. That sounds very dangerous. Uberman sleep cycle, but, you know, I take it with a hint of skepticism, which is to say that I don't write it off immediately, but I'm also like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I would feel uncomfortable recommending it to anybody. I don't know, it makes me think of some diets. Like your body is very resilient. The human body can adjust to a lot of changes really well. What? Zadie's not fast. We can adjust to changes really well. but there is like a minimum bar to like certain things. I don't know. Like, I mean, honestly, the prospect, that's something that like one of the first things I always try to do in like The Sims 4 if I'm playing a sim is I try to get that like they don't need to sleep anymore perk, because it means that you get to do all of your like hobbies and chores and like upgrade all of your skills really fast and whatever. So I can imagine needing much less sleep sounding really appealing, but also like I think it would be very disruptive to my daily life. Yeah, it's not so easy to radically decrease your rationing of basic human need that you've had inculcated into your whole life. Wow, inculcated is a good SAT word. Also, I'm checking. I think after battles, sometimes a roamer can change areas. Okay, it hasn't gone yet, so we just have to catch it. We just have to check it. It's like it's supposed to be a 1 in 4 chance that you get the roamer instead of the normal encounter, I think. But yeah, it's absolutely another one. I think I'm gonna have to switch to Niblin to be able to escape. I wonder. I'm also skeptical in that, like, when you say that a number of people have succeeded in switching to this different sleep technique, like, how long have they been sleeping like that? Like, have they gone a full year yet? Have they gone several years on that sleep cycle? Like, I could imagine maybe like you survive on that for a few months, but like if it doesn't work consistently for a long period of time, like if it's not a reasonably long, if you don't have a reasonably long period of this technique working, then like maybe like you're slowly building up this, you're slowly like missing all these accumulated sleep hours that you need. Yeah, you wonder if the thing that is damaging is less transition and more how jarring it is to have suddenly have a change so extremely. Yeah. Like, I wonder, you could probably design a regimen that like better transitions you to like that radically different of a cycle, where like you try to sleep, oh wow, Latios is in the same region, but you try to sleep fewer hours over the course of a night, but like you start taking periodic naps during the day, and so you reduce your like big nightly sleep to like 4 hours or something, maybe. I don't know. I'm nervous to even like entertain the idea of this thing, because like I have an addictive personality. Like it's very tempting to want to try this out. Like I was saying a minute ago, I love the idea of not having to sleep as much and being able to like to do all the things I want to do, but it's also like kind of ADD coded sort of thinking, where it's like, no, I should probably sleep. it's good to sleep. Oops. And like, you know, I have to wonder what kind of life you would lead to be able to do that sleep regimen. Because in, like, does your job allow you to take like a 20-minute nap or whatever it was, like during your workday or not? Like what, like, do you have to have like at regular periods this nap period? Because then like, doesn't that interrupt like events and parties and things that you go to? Can you not like, if your nap is scheduled for like 7 p.m., are you like not able to go out after work for like drinks or whatever? Yeah, it's the goal of the sleep cycle so people can do more. Well, of course. It's, I imagine part of the selling point of that, of a sleep regimen like that is the whole like, you spend 1/3 of your whole life sleeping. And it's like, well, I mean, maybe we need to. Maybe we do that for a reason. I'd be curious to see, because in fairness, right, the 8-hour sleep, you know, was it 8 hours sleep, 12 hours awake, Is that right? No, that's not. Why did I say that? 16 hours. They're like 16 hours awake, 8 hours of sleep. Kind of quote-unquote normal is mostly one defined by our modern, 40-hour work week kind of society where the expectation is that... and you know what? With this low health, I'm going to save because I don't want to knock out Latios next time. We might get a crit. But it's the like 8-hour sleep schedule and when you sleep so that you can get up to work is basically just entirely based on the modern like work ethic in industrial parts of the world. So I wonder how people slept historically and how people sleep in other countries where there's not a strict like 40-hour work week. Because I don't know, maybe people have different, like when you have a large enough group of people sleeping differently, it's like not even sleeping, but just living a different lifestyle that can be much easier to understand why or how it's working for them. It seems suspiciously if you're going 4 hours without sleep and then sleeping 20 minutes to preclude immediate consequences. Then sustaining this for as long as possible, it can't be comfortable. Yeah. Because what is that? Is that it? Like the total? Or wait, did you say the total amount of sleep was 4 hours or 2 hours on the like Uberman sleep cycle? It's also I'm skeptic in like the appropriate sense of like I'm curious to know more about how this works and how this is affecting these people's health. But I'm doubtful in the sense that I've heard a lot of health claims like this in recent times that have turned out to be totally bogus and damaging. I feel like a lot of health trends that I've heard about as well are ones where there's like that, oh, what's his name? There's that guy who like insists that he's gonna live forever and his lifestyle and his meals are like miserable. Like it's and super intensive. Like he takes up a lot of time in his day to be able to like create his weird like mushroom shakes and stuff or whatever like strange things he's eating. And it's like, is that like an enjoyable, like that's going to be the rest of your life? Like even if you did live forever, is that really it? I don't know. The impression I get also is that it's like he spent his entire day doing these practices for extended longevity instead of otherwise enjoying the life that you have. Oh, Uberman is 2 hours, but there's 6 20-minute naps, so you assume it's 1 nap every 4 hours. Oh, I see. So every 4 hours you're... Oh, right. Every 4 hours is 20-minute. Isn't that what Kramer tried to do on Seinfeld as well? Because supposedly there's some claim there's a dubious claim, I'll say, that Leonardo da Vinci operated like that. Sleep, like taking a brief nap every 4 hours. That's the other thing that makes me a little doubtful, is that I feel like I've heard this claim before, and there are a common grift, and I don't want to imply or assume that this Uberman thing is a grift. But a common grift is to revive an old, failed, like health trend as a new one with a new name and branding. But it's ultimately the same one that people have just forgotten about because it was a failure. Sadly, a very common thing. Well, you imagine with the advent of electricity. The advent of electricity had an effect on people's sleep schedules. Yeah. To some extent, yes, but also, like, we had lighting solutions for nighttime before. I think probably what electricity did is it made nighttime lighting more available to people across classes, across, like, economic classes. Because, like, the wealthy could have, even before, like, gas-powered lighting, the wealthy could have really well-lit rooms in their houses up very late, and they could have like, a big roaring fire late at night. And the only reason that you wouldn't stay up late with nighttime lighting like that, if you're wealthy, it's just because there would be like nothing to do or maybe had something in the morning. But like, yeah, definitely for most of human history, I guess if you were... For most of human history, like, I guess, what are the periods? There's like prehistory where like basically humans everywhere were living in small communities out in the wilderness and fending for themselves, where you'd probably wake and sleep by the sunrise and sunset, more or less. Because being out and about and like trying to do stuff at nighttime is dangerous. And lighting was not really a thing. It was not really reliable. Like, you gotta have a torch, I guess. And then once you have cities, people living in cities would have had some lighting, but then like poor people would have been at the mercy of sunrise and sunset. Like if you're out working in a farm, like if you're a farmer, which is very common before like the industrial period, you would have been out and working in the fields as soon as sun rises. And that would basically define your workday, your like waking day. Yeah, it's like when people glamorize the lifestyles of the ancient ancestors as being more natural. Yeah, that's why I was almost tempted when I was thinking of how to compare this Uberman's sleep schedule or sleep regimen to other sleep regimens. I was careful to not suggest that we compare against like prehistoric man, because like we are not prehistoric humans. I shouldn't even say man. Prehistoric humans. Like, we're not prehistoric humans. The human body and like has changed so much, and if you have grown up in a city, then your body will be very different and like even epigenetically different than somebody who grew up in prehistoric times living in like a hut in Mongolia, or, you know, living in a cave in Norway or something. Yeah, you don't understand the logic of glamorizing ancient lifestyles. We made advances to escape from it for a reason. Yeah, more or less. People feel like there's a more... You know what it is? I mean, ultimately, it's a combination of... It's like pollution of our air and water, and dangerous chemicals in our food. I should say dangerous, like toxic, like food and water and things, because there's this idea of purity in the ancient world, right? And it's not really true. The Romans made drinking like vessels out of lead, and they were lead poisoned, very likely, from it. But also, you know, there've just like been famous toxic waste disasters and things that have made everybody distrustful of the food and water they drink, and like the air that we breathe is full of particulates and stuff because we just don't have any regulation. We don't have like enough enforcement of just like clean air environments and things. And so there's this idea that people used to be cleaner, right, in the ancient world, and in the sense like health-wise. Yeah, we did have fire before electricity, but the lack of convenience versus electric lighting might still encourage people to go to bed earlier. Well, yeah, that's why I bring up class, because I think the wealthy would have servants and people to provide lighting for them and to handle all of that. Like, if you're a wealthy baron, you are not stoking the fire yourself. You have a servant for that. And so if you're like a wealthy person, even in the ancient world, I think, even in the ancient world during like when cities spring up, if you were like a king in medieval Europe, or like a wealthy landowner in ancient Japan or something, like you would have people to work for you, and you might stay up late because that's when it's like calm and peaceful. The sun is down, so it's nice and cool if you're living in like a hotter region, and you would naturally want to be up at that time and maybe like reading poetry. Like that's often what it is. Like wealthy people in the pre-industrial world were often the only people who were literate, and they would spend their time reading and writing. And what better time than to do it while all of the you know, working people who hate your guts are asleep, right? Where you can be nice and safe. Yeah, nobility had it easier all around. Yeah, absolutely. That's one reason. That's one way that we are kind of better off, is that they know to be scared of the common folk, and common people are educated enough now to organize better than we could in ancient times. I say we, even though I'm still part of the wealthiest like bracket in the world. Oh, here we go. Latios is back in our region. Wild Latios in your area. And I'm gonna go here since it turned up there. But as far as sleeping, yeah, you don't have to rise with the sun to tend a farm or something similar. You can stay up as late as you like. Yeah, exactly. I think there still ends up being a limit where you have to be up early enough to be able to do like your whatever tasks you're supposed to do as a lord and like, or a noble or whatever. But you can definitely sleep later. You know, and I'm gonna favor this route to the west, I think. Not for any particular reason, just because it means I have to run less. Oh, hey. Latios is either back or that's part of a different region. Actually, I'm going to try and go here and see if it comes back here. I feel like a decent tactic is actually to go to whatever region Latios appears in and then hope it comes back by the time you get there. There we go. So now I think it's weak enough that we can start throwing Ultra Balls again with some confidence. So I'm actually going to switch back to Niblin so that we don't have to we don't have to switch and we can run away faster from other Pokemon. But yeah. But I wonder, like, that's how I wonder, because I feel like there's this tendency, especially as an adult, once you've eaten a large meal, to want to nap and sleep it off a little bit. And I feel like non-wealthy people who live in like smaller, like tribal setting outside of cities, I have a feeling that they do nap more during the day. And if you're living out of sight of a city in an environment with wild animals that could be dangerous, there's an advantage to having people who are willing to stay up late and stand guard. So I imagine the sleep schedule is a lot different there. And also, it's probably just less rigid if you're not living in some kind of a city where you have a job to go to. Dang. Yeah, you suppose depending on how high you were in the social pecking order, the schedules of the majority may adapt to you rather than the other way around. Oh, that's true, especially like if you're wealthy, then yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? If your lord doesn't wake up until like an hour after sunrise, then like you're not gonna be... He's not watching you. Like, you don't really have to be all that, like, you know, obedient and, you know, while the cat's away, the mice shall play, as they say. I don't know why I said that so weird. The mice. But yeah, but also, I mean, that's another thing. Something that, I heard somebody mention this, like, years ago. I forget who. But before the Industrial Revolution... nobody really kept time. For the most part, like, timekeeping was not important until the invention of factories and, like, punch cards. Like, until employers needed to know that you were at work for the full 8-hour day, or longer. It used to be, like, 10 hours. Until employers needed to know that in order to, like, make their money or whatever, and be sure that, like, they were only paying you for the work you did, This also result of employers being very distant from, like, physically distant from their employees. Until then, people weren't really keeping strict track of time. So I imagine that sleep schedules fluctuated a lot, where you weren't going to bed at the same time every night. Especially if you're poor. If you're like a farmer out on a farm, you're not going to bed every night because, like, the crops don't pay attention to the clock. They pay attention to the environment around them, to the sunrise and the sunset. I imagine a lot of farmers even, like, operate like that now because you kind of, like, as the If you're far from the equator enough, anyway, you're not, like, there's no sense in just always waking up at the same time. Yeah, maybe the innovation of fire spurred the longer sleep that humans have versus a lot of animals. Those creatures fear fire, that means humans were free to spend the whole night sleeping, artificially lengthen the day. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe. I mean, as long as you have somebody to watch, because it's very dangerous to leave a fire while nobody's watching it, like if you're asleep. But yeah, I could see how that could work. Some animals, well, and it depends on which animals we're talking about. Predator animals sleep a lot because they only have, they don't get like a lot of their energy. The way that they eat, their diets only give them energy that they have to expend in short bursts, and that's just how they hunt. Like most predator hunters are like, I shouldn't say most. I'm thinking specifically of ambush hunters like big cats. I guess it's true that if the fire's not confined to a pit or something, it's dangerous. Yeah, actually, I guess that's got to be a pretty early innovation in fire technology, right? Yeah, I guess a lot of herbivores are able to have pretty lengthy daytime hours. I think of, sometimes you can look at animals to see how like sleep, what a more natural sleep life cycle would look like. And I think about like cats. I grew up with cats in the house all the time, and they sleep like whenever they're just feeling tired. And they're up most at nighttime, but I feel like that's probably what I think the difference with humans is that we have community. I was gonna say society, but that's not quite what I mean. We have community where like you have other people to like watch out for you when you're asleep or unavailable. But you're also relied on by the people in your community. So that's gonna affect when you do and don't sleep, for sure. Oh, many predators will gorge when the opportunity presents itself, and then spend as little time as possible moving, other than hunt. Yeah. Oh, you know what's a great example that I learned about recently is that like a snake, really big snakes like constrictors, like a boa constrictor, they only need to eat like at once every 3 months or something like that. And then they basically spend the rest of those months digesting the food very, very slowly. And like reptiles are generally like that. I mean, they move so slowly because they just don't eat very often, and they expend all that energy very slowly over months and months. And then you famously have all of the mammals that hibernate during seasons when food is scarce, which is more of an adaptation to the kind of area they live in. I mean, that's the weird thing. Humans don't really have a like specific habitat. We've just sort of spread out all over the world that we can ignore a lot of the sort of environmental considerations that define sleep and behavior for other animals. Oh yeah, some of their organs increase in size to facilitate digestion, and the snake will do almost nothing while this is going on. Yeah. It's funny, I know most of... I learned a lot about snakes from this Australian YouTuber I've started following, and his channels on like fixing cars and just like laughing at and otherwise kind of laughing at and about weird old technology like dank pods and garbage time, because he owns one of these giant constrictor snakes, and he'll occasionally talk about it. Or her, I should say. We'll occasionally talk about her and what it's like to take care of a snake. But yeah. So animals, I mean, as usual, animals are poor analog for human behavior, but you can see how... But in that, you can see how the fact that humans, we've spread everywhere, and we make every location we go to, we make it suitable for us. Like things that you would expect to influence our behavior, like sleeping, don't really. Like the most, like even, and I guess that's what the introduction of like electric lighting does. It means that just about every human who lives in cities or like towns, any kind of like permanent settlement, is going to have the ability to be up early as they like and late and stay up as late as they like, only limited by like the culture, like demands of their community, really. Because that's it. The other thing is that like there are a lot of animals that do have like communities. I think like dolphins and orcas. A lot of primates live in community. Wolves and other dog-like animals. And so their behaviors can be kind of similar to humans sometimes. Like I imagine that they tend to sleep with one or two of their members on watch. I don't know, but also like humans don't. Very few humans live outside of permanent settlements, and so that makes a big difference to a lot of things too. It is interesting. I'd be curious. I'm curious to look up Uberman sleeping now and see like how long has this been going on? Like what kind of results have come of it? Have people done like proper sleep studies on these people? That's what I'm curious about. I'm curious. I'm a curious person. I want to know. Gosh, I'm going to have a sleep study pretty soon. Or I'm going to participate in a sleep study pretty soon because I have so much trouble sleeping. And I think spending so much time inside during COVID may have affected my lung capacity in a weird way. Because I've not caught COVID. And I do have like an air filter that I use that I run every day for a few hours. But I feel like my air quality inside is not great. And basically spending 4 years inside is not good for yourself. But you read about Uberman for the first time about 9 years ago. Be interested to see how it progresses. Yeah, actually, you know what? 9 years is a really great span of time. Like, I would love to see... I would love to, like, read about the people who started doing that process and, like, who've stuck with it for all that time. You know, what do their doctors say about their health? Like, I don't know. Are they, like, really resistant to caffeine or something now? Because, like, I imagine if you're sleeping like that, your sleep receptors are going to be very different. Actually, that was something. So, I mentioned caffeine because I think about this sometimes. The way caffeine works is that it'll block the receptors in your brain that accept, what is it called? They like, it'll block the sleep chemical that I can't remember what it's called, but you can take it in supplements if you're having trouble sleeping, and sometimes it helps. But anyway, that's how caffeine works. It actually gets in it. Yeah, I think it is melatonin. I'm gonna say melatonin, and maybe I'm wrong, but the principle is the same. Basically, that when you drink or eat something that has caffeine in it, because chocolate has caffeine in it a little bit, the caffeine will get into your brain and it'll actually block the receptors for melatonin, which means that even though your body wants to go to sleep, you won't feel sleepy. I have to wonder if the people who get acclimated to Uberman, if they naturally like end up closing off some of those receptors so that they just don't feel as sleepy. I wonder if that's part of how the process works. Oh, chocolate has a stimulant called theobromine. Was that different from caffeine? I feel like I've heard that maybe it's only some chocolates that have caffeine in them, but I thought I heard that chocolate has caffeine. I might be wrong. But I can believe it. I mean, you know, the ancient, the Maya and Aztecs... Actually, no, I don't remember. Wait, is it the Mayas? I think the ancient Mayas, like, basically treated cocoa or cacao drink as a luxury item, like kind of the way that we treat coffee. Although people have kind of... people have become reliant on coffee in a way that I don't know that the Mayas became with cacao. Oh, is theobromine... Oh, theobromine is the part that's dangerous to dogs, yeah. Toxic. Because they can't metabolize it as quickly as humans, yeah. They'll eat it, though. You gotta be careful. There's, my dad had a dog who ate an entire fruitcake, which I don't know if it had chocolate in it, but it was not good. It was not good for the dog. She had a bad stomachache for a long time. And miraculously, she managed to, like, put the lid back on box. It was weird. It was like they can't... The story that he told me, anyway, was that they came home... They had this fruitcake that nobody wanted, because nobody likes fruitcake, famously. But they'd been given it by a family member. They went out for a party or something, because it was around, Christmas time. And when they came home, they found the dog on the kitchen floor, like, kind of groaning. And they were like, well, what the heck happened? And, like, the fruitcake box was still up on the counter and closed, and they opened it, and the fruitcake was gone. It's like she just, like, somehow she got it out of the... She was a crazy dog. My dad has all these crazy stories about this dog. That even sharing that one feels like, dang, I'm just not menuing today. I won't share any more of them, because they're his stories, really. But yeah, dogs will eat almost anything. It's true. It's true. Cats will try to eat anything, too. I know, famously, my sister had a donut snatched out of her hand by a cat. One of our cats as a baby, when she was, like, a very little kid. And, I think one of our cats, like, took a bite through plastic. Took a bite out of, like, every one of a, like, half-dozen pack of muffins. And I guess he just didn't like any of them, but he had to check in every single one of them to be sure that he didn't like them. Oh, cats cannot even taste carbohydrates? Really? It must be the sugar they're going after, because American bread has so much sugar in it. And cats, I think cats can taste that one, if I had to guess. It'll be why they drink milk when they shouldn't be drinking milk. Luckily, we always knew better than to feed our cats milk. I remember we always gave them Friskies. And I remember our cats never had trouble... We never had trouble feeding them, but then, like, at some point it started to get really hard to feed our cats, and I wonder if cat food has just gotten, like, really bad since I was a kid, and cats just don't want to eat it. I remember, for a while as a teenager, or, you know what, they would still eat that, I guess. I remember for a while as a teenager, we were getting, like, this pretty cheap cat food that came in a pretty tall can. It was like the size of a soup can. Or it was bigger than a soup can. But that meant that it would last longer. And the cats just, like, didn't regularly eat or finish it in portions that we were pretty sure they were supposed to be eating. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to know what to feed cats because you can't, like, you can't try it yourself. Like, you don't know what they like. Although I've heard that, pumpkin is good for cats. Some people give their cats pumpkin. Oh, cats cannot efficiently digest carbs because they're obligate carnivores. Yeah, probably not. I bet some vegetable... Oh, just one. You know what? I'm gonna send out... We're gonna have Zadie again because I think we can get one more quick attack to get him really low. They only have 5% pancreatic amylase. I have no idea what that means. I'll take your word on it. It's, it's like... It's a little gruesome to say, but there was a study where a deer carcass was left in the woods, and deer... It was woods where there weren't really any wolves or anything, and the deer would come and pick at the carcass, because they don't know. They don't know that they're supposed to be herbivores. They just eat grass because that's what they can get. It's like animals will eat any food they come across that they can try to eat. A lot of animals probably even have what we consider pica. I think of that deer example. Like, deer will eat meat when presented with the opportunity. Oh, amylase is the enzyme that processes starch. I see. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I'm not a dietitian. I don't. It's hard to know what stuff. It's hard to know what terminology and biology things people know and don't know, like what's common knowledge. I imagine I would be more familiar with that if I were like if I were more like knowledgeable about my own diet. Like I don't really count calories or anything, and maybe I should. Oh, hippos will eat meat sometimes? Oh, for sure. I mean, hippos are crazy. I believe that, and I mean, with their big teeth, with their strong jaws, they could probably eat all sorts of animals that they would not normally eat. But yeah, how did we get on to talking about animals? Oh, we were talking because chocolate. I said chocolate had caffeine in it because we were still talking about sleep. Hippos are monsters. They're cute, but they're very dangerous. I know. I like to have the same attitude about most animals that Jane Goodall has about chimpanzees, where she loves the chimpanzees. We should protect them and treasure them, but don't actually don't keep one as a pet, and don't mess with a chimp. They're dangerous and they will kill you. I think I'm pretty sure Jane Goodall has admitted oh, chimps are very violent. They're very violent animals, but they deserve to exist. And to thrive. And I can say the same about hippos. People get weirdly scared of cassowaries as well, even though they aren't really aggressive. Like hippos are the ones you want to be worried about. But I think the last time I remember hearing that the last time somebody was killed by a cassowary was in 1918 or 1919, and it was because he was trying to kill it. It was defending its safety, and it managed to kill him. But people are just they have a big scary velociraptor. I'm thinking Monster Hunter too much. They have a big scary velociraptor claw talon, and it's they don't use it to attack people though. They use it to break open walnuts and things. Cassowary will swallow an apple whole, though. Yeah, they must have pretty good digestion for that. I mean, or maybe they don't, and they don't realize what they're doing to themselves, like the dog eating chocolate. That sounds very cartoony, though, because I know what a cassowary looks like. I think their necks are not especially, thick to do that. You see the sort of, swallow, cartoon, swallowing a big thing going down somebody's neck. Oh. Okay, here we go, Latios. It looks exactly as you'd imagine, yeah. Glad to know I'm spot on about cassowaries eating apples. Maybe a cassowary would be dangerous to those trees from the Wizard of Oz, though. How do you feel somebody going around picking apples off of you? Okay, we gotta fly again. Okay, I think it's a good time to take a midstream break. We've got Latios down very weak. I'm gonna try one more quick attack, and then we're gonna just hope that Ultra Balls are enough. And so enjoy the music. Oh, what should we put on? You know what? Romulus 3 caught my eye. I'm gonna put on that from Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. So we're gonna listen to Need for Speed music for the break, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, I'm going to continue because I can't wait anymore. I wanted to. Usually, I like to let the break go for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but I can't wait. I want to get to Guy. I want to get the Latios. I think by flying, I ruined the flight pattern. Yeah. Okay, so let's go out of town, check again, and then I'll fly back in. Oh yeah, catch you later, Trousers, if you don't come back for the rest of the stream. That is a-okay, especially if you need that sleep. Okay, let's check Latios again. Okay. Now, operating under the assumption that this route might be part of the region that he's in right now, I'm gonna go here, maybe? I don't like going in this route because we gotta... Well, here we go. So, I'm gonna try quick attack one more time. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh yeah, I should also do the white flute. I've not been doing that. Burn the water, because like the encounters are not very high here. Because you can't run around to make them higher. Oh, Wingull. One thing that's very tempting about playing 4th gen games is that you can... It's very tempting for me to stream 4th gen games because you get to you get to have those like Pokeball stickers. And I think I said this on a previous stream, but I have a Pikachu. I got myself a light ball Pikachu and put And I caught all the unknowns, so I'd get the letter stickers. And they read out Perish. So whenever Pikachu comes out, it says Perish. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was going to be a crit. Right when I don't need it. Good job, Zadie, but that's not what I wanted. Oops. Well, it's a good thing that I have a save. I just have to, like, get to the bottom of the list again. Okay, it's okay. Latios is alive. But yeah, I had Perish. What was another one? I feel like I had some other words in mind. Perish was the best one. Just because it's just so simple. Simple single word. It's like all these like balloon letter looking things. You can even do like a little confetti effect. But yeah, it's very tempting to play that because then I get to do all these cool little like things on the stream and be like, and show off. But I'm not going to promise to do that because I am only one game down out of the 5 that we need to do for this Pokédex challenge. And, you know, if I'm doing, you know, Platinum or whatever, I will try and catch all of them. I want to say for Platinum, you have to go back and do Diamond and Pearl to get the Legendaries. To get Palkia and Dialga, I think you have to do each of those games. Similar to how we have to do Emeralds. We can't just do Emerald, we have to do some of the other ones. But yeah, I gotta look up, I'm wondering about that sleep schedule. Actually, so that was something about the whole sleep thing. Is that I've been following this podcast that is currently on hiatus because of apparently some kind of like traumatic experience. This podcast called Ono, Ross, and Carrie, where they investigate spirituality, paranormal, and potentially bogus science, like questionable scientific claims. So they've done a lot of... This is where I've heard about most of a variety of health crazes and fads and things. Is because they look at some of these stuff sometimes. And they, within reason, try them out. Usually without much success, like they tend to not be very effective. There's a lot of things that claim to, like, be a panacea. There's some technique that was like, you know, going around outside barefoot to like ground yourself to the earth, which was an interesting one because I don't think there was any. Oh, you know what? They were selling a lot of these things are let's not call them a scam. A lot of these fads and movements end up selling something like in the case of that grounding one. There was like they sold a pad that you could plug into the wall, into your wall outlet, and somehow that would act. It would act like it would ground you to the earth, even though it's just plugged into a wall outlet. So that like standing on the pad would be as good as going outside and like walking around with your bare feet. And I think you could. There was one that you could just like stand on, and there was one that you could sleep on, like a really big one. And you know, they didn't really make any, they didn't really have any evidence to back up this claim of, like, just being healthier. It was just one of those, like, you know, humans used to walk around barefoot, and ancient humans must have been healthy. And we're famously unhealthy now. But, like, what does it do? What does this very expensive, like, electric coil pad do for me? And so, yeah, they didn't really get a good answer, but it didn't seem to help. But also, it's a shame that their podcast is on temporary, well, indefinite hiatus, because they're good kind of folks. They're good kind of skeptics. I think Carrie is a pretty seasoned reporter type person. She knows how to talk to people and how to like really investigate, like hold people accountable to what they're saying in the moment, and to be like, now wait a minute, you said this a few minutes ago, and now you're saying this, which seems to contradict what you said. And I have this transcript from an interview that you did a year ago, and you said this other thing. But she also has like the right personality to do these things. And then Ross is just a very, like, oh, what's the word? He's like very technically minded, and like he's kind of. He's this kind of person like me who just has all of this kind of trivial knowledge, but like oftentimes about relevant areas. And of course, he's well trained in like skeptical thinking. Oh, hey, Mavril, welcome to Skeptical Thinking. How's it going? As you can see, maybe you can guess what we're doing. Oh, dang! Has it moved already? Sometimes you guess a direction and you're unlucky. Yeah, have you been? Are you still getting through your sickness, or are you feeling better? Oops. Yeah, you're getting through it? Yeah. I was talking about this podcast that I'm still catching up on, which is no longer making new episodes, called Oh No, Ross and Carrie, where one time I was reminded of this just now because they did an investigation on Scientology, where the Scientologists love to say the only way out is through. And it's just, there's something that really sticks about that. And it's like, sometimes like wrong kind of people can be right in a particular way, and like, with some illnesses, the only way out is through. Unfortunately, your body's doing its best, however bad you might feel. I don't know. It made me think of that. But I was talking about it because we had this. Sullied My Trousers was here earlier, and we're talking about this human sleep cycles and the curiosity of this. Uberman sleep technique that some people claim by, and we were both like, curious. We were just like a curiosity about it, and like not really standing one way or another, because like, I don't know, I'm curious. Apparently they heard about this thing like 9 years ago, so it's like, oh, I'm curious. Like, the people who were talking about it back then, are they still doing this weird like? It was something like 20-hour naps every 4 hours instead of normal, like, 8-hour sleep. And so I'm curious how that has worked out for them. Like, are they actually healthier? Has it, like, changed their brain chemistry or something? I think that was my last supposition, is that, like, is it that they're actually not tired as much? Because that, that sleep regimen does not add up to 8 hours of sleep a day. It made me wonder if at some point they just, like, develop sort of a natural, like, if their brain starts closing up those, like, melatonin receptors in the brain, so that they end up living, like, as if they're having caffeine more often, where, like, caffeine blocks up those receptors. It made me wonder, like, does this weird sleep regimen that people do, is it blocking the receptors and making it so that they just don't feel sleepy, but maybe they're still feeling the physical effects and they don't realize it? Because that's the sneaky thing about caffeine, is that if you develop a habit, you are still, well, you're going to crash later, I guess. I guess that's what happens, is that you get all this caffeine. When the caffeine dissipates from your receptors, then you get hit with all the melatonin at once, and you're just like crashed out. I don't think I've even ever tried coffee, but I hate the smell. And so I've never really had coffee at all. But it made me wonder about these Uberman sleep people. Coffee tastes like burnt. Yeah, very, very bitter stuff. And I mean, I'm sure if you say that to some people, they'll be like, well, you just have to have this kind of coffee, or you need to put cream in it, or, you know, there are like ways to mitigate the actual taste of it. But if you're not having coffee for the taste, then maybe you have a dependency. I know some people swear by tea, but I don't have tea either. I've thought about getting a kettle. But you can drink coffee with a lot of creamer and sugar. Yeah, that's what I mean, is like, it can still work, but you do need to mitigate the like actual taste of it, which I find very funny. And yet, some people do like that flavor, and I can understand that, because it's literally a matter of taste. Some people aren't some people like the smell of coffee, because I think if you have coffee regularly, then the smell of coffee in the morning is a good smell. It's like, it's something to look forward to that makes you feel good when you start your day. So it's a perception thing. Yeah, tea is nice. It's not as bitter, and it tastes, and you can taste flavors. Yeah, and I've had tea before. I've had tea and I'm like, I'm okay. I think it'd be nice to have tea sometimes. I just don't have any way to prepare it, really. Like, I'm not gonna put it in a saucepan. Oh, you always think your house is on fire when you smell it? Well, when you smell tea or coffee? Because coffee does smell even like something's burning. Yeah, coffee. Yeah. Maybe that's what the This Is Fine dog comic is actually about. He doesn't notice the burning house because it just smells like coffee. This is fine, it's just coffee. I think I said this before on stream, but I was thinking about the This Is Fine dog, because in a way we are all the dog. Oh, also I should save because I knocked a little more health off Latios. But we are all the dog because the part of the comic, there are panels, the part of the comic that people share is like the middle 3 panels, 2 or 3 panels, where there's like a setup panel, and then there are panels afterwards that are the dog's painful demise, slow and painful demise in the house fire. And like nobody wants to share that part because I think much like the dog, we also are avoidant, and we don't want to. We just don't want to like read the rest of the comic. We want to revel in the avoidance part of like, haha, I too also do not engage with the ever-present danger that is creeping up all around us in the world. Oh, you ate 1,400 calories worth of pie. That feels like a lot. Was that like a one of those little pies? Yeah, we don't want to admit these bad things will kill it. Like too much pie. No. Too much pie would be, I don't know, I think. Oh, it was a large chicken pie. What, like a whole pie? Or just slices? I don't think I've ever had chicken pie, but I'm also vegetarian. So, it is forbidden food. A whole pie! That's crazy. You're gonna sleep good after that. I was mentioning to Mav the sleep talk, the Uberman sleep talk. I don't think there's much more to say about it. I just have so many questions for the people who swear by this technique, apparently. But yeah, I feel like, do y'all remember PBS Idea Time, the YouTube channel? There's Matt something. I think he was going to do another YouTube channel of some kind, and he never really did. I don't think he did much more with that. I feel like it would be a PBS Idea channel thing of the like, so this comic that's been going around lately, the PBS, like in a way we are all I realized like as I was saying it was like there's very much a PBS Idea Time thing of the like, in a way we are all the This Is Fine dog. holding his cup of hot coffee in the house fire. I don't know. I can't do a good impression of this guy's voice, but he was kicking around for a while. I watched his videos pretty regularly, even if I didn't know what the subject was. I feel like he must have done something on like the Evangelion series or something, like just pop media, like basically pop media, whatever was going on in the culture. Oh, on Uberman, I remember one person claimed that even after they abandoned Uberman sleep schedule, they were still capable of entering REM sleep at any time almost immediately. Oh. Is that where the 20 minutes come in? Like, is it that it only works, it works on the premise that those 20 minutes of nap time are rapid eye movement to sleep? Yeah, how they can tell they are in REM sleep, I do not know. But yeah. Because I think REM is when you can dream. But also, I mean, if you have a partner who's awake while you're not, then they could tell that you're in REM sleep maybe and report that. Yeah, how can they tell how long has passed too? That's true. I assume if you're doing this specific Uberman technique that you've got a timer to wake you up after 20 minutes. Or is 20 minutes like a magical number where you just naturally wake up? I mean, if there's one thing I would love to be able to do, it's just to fall asleep on command, because I find it hard to fall asleep. I've done all sorts of things of like trying to meditate, just like lay still. I feel like moving really slowly, like if you move really slowly and laboriously as if you're still tired from trying to get up too early, that kind of helps. But I don't know. I have noticed that like trying to like lie on my back and like not move and just sort of meditate and feel yourself sinking into the mattress. I feel like I've almost fallen asleep that way before, and then I like catch myself falling asleep and I wake up. I wake up into a more conscious state, and I'm like, oh damn it, I was almost asleep. I suppose you can tell when you're about to sleep, especially when if it's that sudden, like when you're put under surgery, you can feel when you're put under for surgery, you can feel yourself going. Oh, maybe. Because that's the thing. When I say that I'm like. I think when I say that I have trouble getting to sleep sometimes, I remember being in my bed trying to fall asleep. And I think if I didn't remember that, if I was like, oh yeah, I like lied down in bed and then before I knew it, it was morning. And I would be like, I would be under the impression that I did go to sleep right away. Because there's definitely like a period between wakefulness and sleeping that you aren't going to remember, where your memory is just not recording, for lack of a better term. But, yeah, I think there's definitely I think there's some credibility to being able to say I am able to fall asleep very quickly. Yeah, you can usually daydream to help sleep. Oh, you think of a fantasy scenario. I feel like for me that is counterintuitive to me falling asleep, because I'm just like, I'm like activating my brain too much thinking about whatever the scenario is. I'm like, oh, and this and that and this. And so like one of my tools, one of my like kind of ADHD, undiagnosed ADHD tools is to, if I have something that I really am thinking about a lot, I'll write it down. And then I'll be like, okay, I've entrusted this to like a whiteboard or to some paper, and I don't have to think about it for now. Oh, Trousers, do you think you're about to sleep within 4 minutes? See, that's impressive. I would love to be able to do that. Sometimes I'm like in bed for an hour before I'm asleep. I used to have a sleep tracking app on my phone, but it stopped working properly, so maybe I should try and get that again and see if it, because the thing is that like I don't have any like wristband or anything to help actually track my heartbeat or whatever, so I don't know that I could actually understand my sleep schedule. It was just basically it would like sit next to me on the bed, and the phone's gyro would like inform the app to like how much I'm moving around in my sleep. I don't know. That's why I'm doing a sleep study. Oh, dang. Latios is so low, I can't lower its health anymore without killing him. So this is like where we are. But I saved. I saved after the last health lowering. Whoops. Oh yeah, Mev, now that you're here, and I think Trousers, you missed my explanation earlier, I can explain what I learned about the roamer behavior in this game, Latios and Latia. Which is that I cracked open the forbidden text, the arcane knowledge buried in Poke Ruby. The decompilation of Ruby and Sapphire. I scoured the texts, and I discovered two crucial things. I found a few things, but I discovered two crucial things that I think are worth sharing. One is that there are several regions in the game that are made up of, at most, 6 different routes. I think only one region actually uses all 6 slots, and most of them only have like 3 or 4. And basically when the roamer Pokemon will pick one of those regions, and then within that region it can only go to those routes. But it can go to any one of those routes like at random. And so that's a big thing. So like if it turns up in a route from observation alone, I will say that I didn't figure out which routes are within which like map regions. I just know that this is the system. And from its behavior, it seems like the 4 routes that are around Mauville City here are in the same region, because that it tends to move around those. The other thing I found out is that after 3 moves, after it has moved to like 3 random locations, which it'll pick at random within the region, it'll start cycling. It'll like go back to the first region, the first route it was on, and then the next one, and then the next one. So it seems to me that the best thing you can do is to pick a region where you've seen it moving between similar routes, which in this case, Mauville is a really good one. I think we kind of all agreed on that last time, that Mauville is a great place to catch those roamers. And then just pick a route to go to, and or not even that. It's just like figure out which route the Pokemon went to and go to it. And keep going back to it and that's your best chance. Like just pick a route and keep going back and forth in and out of town. So that's what I've been doing this whole time. There's also a small chance, I won't say what it is because I think it's nice to keep the mystery a little bit, unless you want to like actually look at the code for yourselves. There's a small chance every time that the roamer moves that it will move to a different region entirely. So like when I cross the border, that forces the roamer to move. So I think it actually moves to a different region. I think this is in a different region. So unfortunately, we might have lost our chance to get it here, but... yeah, after all that reading, I have a much better understanding, and I think a much better chance of actually catching this guy. Like, in this stream alone, we've run into him, like, what, maybe 5 or 6 times so far? And a few times I threw a Pokeball, and a few times I did a quick attack to lower its health a little bit. And now it's just paralyzed and at the lowest health that I can reasonably get to without getting False Swipe Pokemon, which is really, really intense. Gosh, in here I was worried that I would have to start Sapphire on this stream, but it's clear that I'm not going to have to do that. Sapphire gets to wait until Monday, I think. And I'm definitely going to stream extra time tonight if we need it to catch Latios, because I want to get him tonight. Tonight, we're gonna get him tonight, boys. Well, I can say also from you know, investigating the arcane texts, that all of these areas and regions seem to be equally weighted. There's no like preference for any of them. At least they're equally weighted within the pseudo-randomness of Pokemon's random number generation. Okay, there we go. So Latios arrived there, so I'm gonna go to that region where he just was, and that's like my best chance to encounter him again. Yeah, you've been woefully inattentive to the gameplay. Oh, that's fine. You've been paying attention to the conversation. That's what like half the stream, that's what half of any stream is, really. That's all good. I just thought it would be fun to, this is me of like possibly ADHD brain again, of like, I just love to describe, I love to share my findings. Because the decomp of Pokemon games is awesome. I love being able to look into the code and be like, okay, we know for sure how this works. It's like there's been some Monster Hunter stuff around that too, of like, oh, we found this and we discovered this is why like this thing is broken. Oh, what is that? Cyraxel Heart. That's a cool emote. Sometimes I wish the Twitch emotes were bigger, because there's a lot of detail on that one that I find hard to see. Oh, there I can see the critter kind of clinging around the heart and the tail curling around. It's cool. Are you not too bright, Trousers? You can't divert your attention easily. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. From our conversation, you seem pretty bright to me. We just we're very judgmental on what counts for being intelligent, I think, in a way that's unfair to ourselves. But yeah, I don't know. I find if I am, yeah, you're welcome. Sure thing. I think if I am at all actually like ADHD at all, then I am high functioning enough to be living my life okay. Cyraxus is a centipede. Oh, yeah. That's why I wish that the emote was a little, that it could render the emotes bigger. I'd like to see the detail. We are a friend to bugs. Centipedes. Centipedes are also kind of dangerous. Be careful around centipedes. They got venom. Usually, I think. I don't know if venom is a defining feature of centipedes, like it is for spiders. Oh yeah, if I'm in, actually, let me see. If I'm in Firefox, I don't get to see it. I don't get to see it bigger in Firefox, and I don't get to see it bigger in OBS. Oh, I can't close the pop-up is here and I can't get rid of it. No! Okay, I'll refresh my feed. Oops. Well, wait, centipedes hang on the roof of caves to catch bats? Snatch bats, excuse me. I shouldn't misquote. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, you know what? My laptop is so small. It's got like a smaller display. The like actual emote I couldn't see because it was like off the top of the chat box. But there it is in OBS. I can see. Ah, that's a cute and scary creature. Creature spelled in a fun way. Choose for yourself how to spell creature in a fun way. Yeah, you're sure that centipedes are venomous, but it's not potent enough to be a threat to people. Yeah, it'd probably make you kind of sick. I imagine it'd be like most spider bites, which are not necessarily deadly. They just don't have enough venom. I think even like black widow spiders, they're bad for sure, but they're probably not enough to. I feel like I've heard that they're not actually enough to kill you. Maybe like a brown recluse is dangerous. Maybe more dangerous to like your cat. Or something. Oh dang, I should have stuck to... Well, I'm over here now, I'm gonna stick to this. Also, I feel like I got the game capture to be a little more crisp this stream. It's kind of hard to compare because I played on Pokemon Box last time. Which is like easily the worst way to play Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, some centipedes are dangerous, others are... With others, the bite is just painful. I imagine a bigger centipede will have more venom in its body. It'll have, like, bigger venom glands or something. and it's able to, like, deliver a more dangerous dosage. Ooh, ladybugs bite, but they can't break our skin, so we don't feel it. Well, huh. I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, because they eat aphids. They gotta eat them somehow. Great discomfort. A Black Widow may get you if you're very old, very young, or immunocompromised. I remember that was, I heard that Black Widows like to hang out in public restrooms sometimes as a kid. And ever since then, for some reason, I think the phrasing was public toilets. And so I was like, as a kid, I did that, like, I watched Bobby's World as a kid, and so I got into this habit of, like, visualizing things the way that Bobby would. Even when I thought that I understood what it was, because Bobby's thing was that he, like, doesn't understand what people are talking about. He, like, kind of comically misimagines things. But I imagined that Black Widow spiders would live in a toilet bowl, which is, you know, maybe, but probably unlikely. And I just sort of assumed that, like, but I also imagined, like, a public toilet, like, on the rooftop of a building at, like, a party with just, like, a toilet sitting out in the middle of the thing. Like, who would use a public toilet? That sounds crazy. Yeah, but also when I heard that factoid from somewhere, I was like, oh, I'm gonna lift, every time I go to the bathroom, I'm gonna lift up the toilet seat and make sure that there's no spiders under it. And I never found a spider, but it just became a habit after a short time. Yeah, imagine if you live in, like, Australia or somewhere that you probably do want to lift up the toilet seat every time. They got some big spiders. Oh, okay. So... yeah, there'll be that one time when it pays off. Exactly. And then who looks foolish now? Your guess is that larger centipedes are less venomous. Because if selective pressures have made them that big, it's unlikely that they would also have potent venom. Perhaps they're strong and have powerful jaws as their main defense. Well, so maybe, but with spiders, for example, spiders have venom in order to. This is a little gruesome, I guess. Spiders have venom in order to be able to eat their prey at all. Like the venom helps kill the prey, but it mostly digests whatever prey they've injected because spiders can't, like, they don't have mouth parts to chew, and so they have to, like, drink. They're basically like drink their prey's, like, insides like a vampire drinks blood. And I feel like centipedes do the same thing. So a big centipede would still need to basically liquefy their prey, their target animal, their prey animal, in order to be able to drink them. And so my assumption is that a large centipede would still be venomous and just have more venom. Oh, possibly the most dangerous species to humans is the Amazonian giant centipede of South America and the Caribbean. Yeah, tell me about S. gigantea. You can get 12 inches long. That's pretty big. That's a foot-long centipede. I think, is that like as big? It's like bigger than my laptop. My laptop is smaller than 12 inches. No, wait, is my laptop smaller than 12 inches? I think it might be. It's this old ThinkPad. It's like a very old one. I think it's, well, okay, when I say smaller, it's like, I think it's actually like 14 diagonal. So centipede would be a little smaller than that, I guess. I'm just trying to think of something I can visualize against because I don't have a ruler out. Oh, the first pair of legs behind the head are modified claws which can carve around its head and deliver venom into its prey. The venom is toxic to both mammals and insects, but does not appear to be strong enough to kill large animals quickly. Oh, okay. Oh, this is the one that catches bats. Oh, nice. Good callback. Wow. Big enough to kill bats, I guess. Unless it also has to, like, stab and, like, attack them another way. Gosh, did Latios leave already? I've hit like 7 different Pokemon encounters. Nope, it's here. Wow, the bat catcher centipede. Batman's greatest foe, Centipede Man. You know, knowing DC, you know there was a Centipede Man at some point. That freaking Polka Dot Man and like newspaper print Batman or something, I think was a thing. Or no, Zebra Batman. That was a Batman comic. He's been turned into the Zebra Batman. What does that mean? You'll have to buy the comic to find out for 15 cents. But yeah, big centipede with venom. There it is. Because that's the thing, is like snakes, when snakes get really big, they don't use venom because they can just constrict their prey instead. And it's like small snakes use venom to weaken their prey so they can kill them. Because they're otherwise too small to like wrap them up and break their bones and stuff. Yeah. It's funny, we were talking about hippos earlier, and now we're talking about snakes, snake venom, and centipedes. Animals killing. Oh, was Zebra Batman only 10 cents? Oh, wow. I was getting ripped off. Oh, man. I should have known. That guy was a scalper. Okay. Come join me, Latios. We will talk about cool animals. Oh, Latios doesn't like cool animals. I think he doesn't like the venom talk. We're not going to stab you with venom. Specifically not. Should I say, you know what, let's set a cutoff if I have not caught the Latios by 9:30, which is it's 41 minutes away. So I'm giving myself about 41 minutes to catch Latios. If I've still not caught it, then I am going to just use the Master Ball. I'm going to say, screw it, we use the Master Ball, because I want to have it. It appears giant centipedes constrict their prey and inject venom. Oh. I guess a bat is small enough that they can do that, huh? Did you buy the comic from Zebra Batman? You hear he's a menace. I thought that was Spider-Man. Is Batman also considered a menace? He's a menace. I want pictures of Batman on my desk by tomorrow. Zebra Batman. Oh, that's what the comic is about. That Zebra Batman is a menace. Okay, I see. I get taken. Also remember, I remember hearing about Animal Man, but I forget whether I think he was a DC comic character. He was basically like, he can't transform into an animal, but he can like, he contorts his body in imitation of an animal and like gets their powers. Like he can go on all fours and run as fast as a cheetah or something. It was very bad. It was not a very good superpower. But at some point, he was such a forgettable hero. He was such a forgettable hero that like people didn't care about. That some writer got the chance to write a story about Animal Man. And he was like, all right, I'm going to do some weird metas. I'm going to do some weird meta storytelling where Animal Man, for whatever reason, gets like meta vision or something. Like something happens to him where he can see, he starts to like slowly realize that he's in a comic book. Like he starts like in spite of himself, he starts like just sort of from the ether gaining knowledge about the other superheroes. Like he knows their secret identities all of a sudden and their backstories and things that have happened in the comics to them that he shouldn't otherwise know. And there's this very famous panel where he's like having this breakdown, and you turn the page, and it's like this 2-page spread where he's pointing out of the out of the comic book, and he says, "I can see you, the reader." And I can only imagine what it would have been like to like be reading one of those comics at the time, and to like turn to that page. Like the experience of just having like the comic book character pointing in horror at the realization of his own, you know, plastic and paper prison, his own inky prison. And then from there, like part of his backstory, like so many of these heroes, like his wife died as part of his backstory. And in the comic, he like visits the comic writer who's writing the very same comic, and he like pleads with him to write a story where his wife comes back. And it's just it's so bizarre, but that's like kind of the wonderful world of comics and like the medium that you're working with that so rarely gets utilized in like a compelling way. But anyway, Animal Man has one good comic, and I think that's the one. I think it's probably, I assume it's pretty expensive. It's sought after because of that 2-page spread. I'm actually curious. Like, I bet if you search Animal Man comic, it's the specific one is the one that like comes up. I don't even know what it's called. Latios, here it is. Yeah, DC and Marvel always had some weird characters. Oh, it's just one. Latios, no. He doesn't want to hear about DC characters either. Oh, hey, Amako, welcome. About to successfully catch Latios. Yeah, typo is accepted. Gosh, do I want to explain the arcane knowledge I discovered again? Basically, I'm doing a different sort of technique to what you did, Amako. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking, like, are you typing on your phone? Because H is not close to the letter L or A on a keyboard. Unlike a computer keyboard. Yeah, welcome. We've had some weird discussions tonight. We talked about Uberman's sleep regimen and whether centipedes have venom even when they're big. And I also talked about roamer logic. Basically, Amako, I looked at I looked at the code. I opened up PokeRuby. And I figured it out. Oh. Yeah, you're exhausted, Trousers? Yeah, I don't blame you. Have a good sleep. Have a good sleep, buddy. Oh no, we could I mean that's a good sentence to go out on, I guess. We could have been talking about cloacas, yeah. A lot of animals have them. I have a theory that that's what Pokemon have. It would explain how they're able to procreate across species. Don't think about it too much. Anyway, I've discovered arcane knowledge about the roamer behavior, which is how I've been able to get Latios down to low health and more. And I can't reliably encounter it, but I can much more reliably than before. Platypus have cloacas. I think they do. I think they do, actually. You think I should know? But you know, I'm not exactly gonna like check on stream. Latios is what you get when you breed Latios, like Fion and Manaphy. Oh yeah. It's a new Pokemon that you never knew about. Oh wait, did I already check this? Okay, yeah. So basically, I'll explain briefly again. Basically, the roamers have regions. Each region has no more than 6 routes in it. And there's a small chance that the Pokemon will go to another region, but when they're in a region, they will move randomly around the routes until they've hit 3 random spots, and then they start looping. At least I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure they start looping after 3 random moves. And so like your best bet is to go to like whatever route they started at, when they first arrived, and then keep going back and forth, and you'll get there. And flying seems to force the roamer to go to a new region, so that's why I keep flying to Mauville, because I want to get Latios here. Okay, here. So now if I go to the bicycle path, he will go somewhere else, but he will eventually come back to the bicycle path. And I should probably check what routes he goes to, because it might be better to, like, change. Oh man, I think he might have just changed. He might have entirely changed region. I'm not sure. But yeah, last time we all thought that Latios will just go in between, it will go to any adjacent route, but no, it's limited to regions. Okay, since it... Okay, so I kind of can't get it on the bicycle route now, because it's going back and forth. But if I go here, it might go somewhere. It might go here. Or it might go on the water, on the river route again. Oops. I get trolled, I got trolled. No, it went up there. That's the worst place because I have to Rock Smash to get up there, and I don't have Rock Smash with me. Oh yeah, mean look and Shadow Tag are ways to keep it from running away. Wait, the Shadow Tag item? Do I even have that? Or is Shadow Tag a move? Yeah, exactly. It's not really possible to know this just by observing the game. Exactly. It's, that's why I call it arcane knowledge. It's like, it's unknown. It's unknown to anyone who's just playing. But, you know, I kind of ended up doing the same thing with, second-gen roamers, where I looked up, like, a strategy on how... I looked up a guide on how it actually works. Oh, here we go. Now it's actually on the route that I was on. It might go down the bicycle route now? Yeah, it's a shame. I don't have a good Pokemon with mean look. That's the problem. Oh, Shadow Tag is a move. Oh, you know what? I should check. Dusclops doesn't learn mean look, does it? Oh, you're right. I don't need to Rock Smash to the water. You're true. But if it is looping, if I understand the code correct, then it should come back, because it went southwest, north, south. It should go west now. Or it'll change region and just troll me again. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how it's operating. Maybe it went northwest, south? Is that where I got it wrong? Oh, okay, so now it'll go south, or it has a small chance to go to another region. Again, I know what the chance is, because I found that in the code, but I'm not going to say it because I wanted to keep it secret. Yeah, the game knows. He knows. Dusclops has mean look, which does the same thing. Okay, yeah, so if it hasn't, it depends on what level it learns it, because I have heart scales. I could get mean look on Dusclops, and then, I could get Dusclops and then try and... say again? Yeah, I could get... Well, because what level does it learn mean look? Does anybody know? Because Kaiba's only level 40. Here we are. If I miss this Latios, then we'll consider a mean look Pokemon. The thing is that it needs to be fast enough to go before Latios, and I don't know. 51? Yeah, that's too high. That's too high level. I will check what other Pokemon have. If we don't catch Latios this time, Latios, we are gonna intimidate you into not running away the next time that we encounter you, I swear it. Or you can just stay in the ball. Oh, alright. Alright, Latios, time to look up. Because if we can get a Pokemon at a pretty low level that learns it, then that'll be pretty good. I'll start with mean look. Actually, if y'all want to look up Shadow Tag, I'll look up mean look, and we can both find the Pokemon that learns at the lowest level, or one that I can use a heart skill to teach it. Oh, Zubat learns mean look. When does it learn mean look? Because I have a Zubat. 36. Oh, you know what? There are Golbats in the, like, cave. Oh, why not has Shadow Tag that's weak? Yeah. There are Golbats in Victory Road that I think have mean look. and they're fast enough that they might go before Latios. Because Drevis, Smoochum, Sableye, Dusclops. Yeah, Dusclops isn't very fast either, so I don't know if we'd get Mean Look off. Yeah, Dusclops is very slow. So I think we should try catching a wild Golbat. Gardevoir can learn Mean Look by breeding. What was Shadow Tag? RNG manipulate to get to Mirage Island to get a level 50, why not? Oh, that'd be pretty sick. What was Shadow Tag? I mean, alternately, I could catch a Trapinch. I could catch a second Trapinch, and then we have Arena Trap. Oh wait, no, Arena Trap doesn't work on flying Pokemon. Never mind. I forgot. Wait, I don't see Shadow Tag in the list. Are you sure Shadow Tag is a 3rd gen? Yeah, I don't see this other move in the list, y'all. I don't think it's real. Also, I went to the wrong place. Oh, actually, you know what? No, this is probably fine. Oh, Shadow Tag is an ability, isn't it? Yeah. Who has Shadow Tag? Hang on. Ability Dex. It's gotta be like Miss Grievous or something. Pokemon I can't get, probably. Oh, why not? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were saying why not. Or Mega Gengar. Okay. Thanks, Cerebi, for showing me all generations of Pokemon and not just the one that I wanted to look at. Cerebi is kind of useful sometimes. Okay, we're gonna try and catch a wild Golbat and see if it has... Oh shit, Wally's here. I knew there was a Wally rematch. So here's the thing, I was hoping that we could fight Wally after we get the last Pokemon as a finale to the Ruby playthrough. So I'm gonna be careful not to run into him because we don't want to find him now. Also, I don't know how strong he is. He might be actually really strong now. It's funny, I thought Wally was elsewhere. I didn't think he would be here at Victory Road. Yes, that's right, Faith. I'm here at Victory Road. Also, I don't... You know what, I might be at the... I think the other entrance is better for catching a Golbat. I mean, I already have a why not. It's just that it's so low level. Because why is it happiness or does it just evolve by levels? I think it just evolves by levels, right? So like, if I found an extra rare candy, level 15. Oh yeah. So if I found a rare candy, I could potentially get it that way. But no, I'm gonna try with Golbat. Okay, Golbat. We can also use Repels because it's a level 38. Assuming we catch it. Come on, I don't want to use Ultra Balls, I'm saving those. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with a Shadow Tag, why not? Yay, we got Golbat. I mean, I could give it like a citrus berry to make sure it survives and everything. Okay, Golbat, we're gonna give you a name because you're gonna help us. You're Centipede. Much like Batman, we're naming you after the creature that you fear to make you more powerful. Okay, I'm gonna switch out Zadie for our Centipede Woman, Golbat the Centipede Woman, and Centipede Woman the Golbat, and she's gonna help us, assuming she has Mean Look. I think she does. Because it, like... I was looking up Zubat learns mean look at 35. We'll find out real fast. Oh, she doesn't have it. Wait. Dang it. Is it actually like 38 for Golbat? Golbat learns it like later. Golbat, how are you gonna let me down like this? Why you gotta let me down, Centipede? Centipedal? Oh, 42? Oh, man. So I mean, alternately... What level is our Zubat at? Swooper... Learns mean look much later. Earlier, I mean. Learns mean look at 36. Oh, the move tutor. Oh, you're right, you're right. The thing is that since Golbat learns at a higher level, I don't think it'll work. I'm pretty sure the move tutor teaches moves that your Pokemon could have learned at an earlier level and not... It doesn't respect, evolution. Because I was trying to relearn a move with, I was trying to relearn a move on Kaiba that he learned as... that he would have had as a, Oh yeah, don't mind the light ball. I'm preparing something. Where the heck is the art scale? Here we go. I was trying to relearn something on Kaiba that he would have learned as a Duskull, but he can't. Dusclops doesn't learn the move, and the move tutor wouldn't teach him. But we can find out. We can find out. Because I'm pretty sure the move tutor, it only respects the Pokemon's moveset for the species, and not pre-evolutions. But we'll find out. I know a move, every Pokemon's move. What should I teach? Yep. No mean look. Look, the Pokemon need to learn a move, come back. Okay. Who are the other Pokemon that can learn mean look? And there's basically, like, none of them are fast. That's the problem. And I should have left this open. None of them are fast, and the ones that are not easy. Like Gengar, can't get a Ghastly, can't get it. Umbreon, Murkrow, Misdreavus, Smoochum, Sableye, Dusclops. Yeah. Honestly, considering the amount of time it'll take, it's better to just keep chasing Latios, I think. And like I said, 9:30 is the cutoff. If I haven't caught it by 9:30, we're just gonna throw a Master Ball the next time we run into it. Because I don't care about Master Ball integrity that much. I mean, I could just put my Why Not into the, like... It's a little cruel, maybe. But I could lead with Why Not just to get an extra, like, Pokeball throw. I don't need Zadie anymore. Because she has served her purpose. But Sock'em I forgot I called him that. Hey, Sock'em Bopper. I mean... I feel like I've heard that the first move a roamer does when you've locked it into a battle is not like a killing move anyway. Like, it's not going to be an attacking... It's not going to be a damaging move. It's going to do a self buff because it's scared. But I don't know. We're going to find out together. We're going to get one chance to throw... We're going to get two chances to throw a Pokeball because it'll attack... It'll do some kind of move, it has to. and then we're going to get to throw a second Pokeball. So even if Why Not gets knocked out, even if Sock and Bopper gets knocked out, that's okay. It's just kind of, it's kind of sad for Sock and Bopper. I feel bad, but it's his namesake. He gets beaten up and swung around. That's what Wobbuffets are all about. It's why all of their moves are non-damaging, counteractive moves. I feel like there's probably an item to prevent getting KO'd from full health. That would really help here. But I don't know of it. You know, knowing my luck, the first Ultra Ball is gonna work. It's just like gonna work, and it's gonna be like, not a big deal. Okay, we can try going this way, because I think this route might actually be part of that. Oh, Focus Band. Oh, yeah. Is that in this game, though? I don't think I ever got one. And I feel like it might be difficult to get one. Because that would give us 3 turns. 3 whole turns. Oh, my foot is getting a cramp. Oh, I get one in Shoal Cave. Oh, is it... I have to turn in the Shoal Salt to get one? Is that... Or is one lying around? I think you need a lot of Shoal Salt. Oh, it's just at low tide. Oh, we could have got one when I first went there, because I think it was low tide. It's 10% chance, yeah. 10% chance for low tide, or 10% chance for the item? Oh, oops, why am I going into the grass? I don't even know it's here. Oh, it is here. Okay, cool. We just have to be... Oh, wait, does Shadow Tag let us switch out? Because that'll be a problem if we don't run into a Latios. Okay, we can switch. Oh, 10% chance the band works. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to spend all that time just to get something that might work. We're gonna focus on just getting. We're gonna focus on getting 1 extra Pokeball throw, and hope that none of these Pokemon have Pursuit, because I don't think they do. Oh, I don't know why I sent Niblin out against the electric Pokemon, but Niblin's fine. Yeah, Spark isn't enough. A level 13 Minun Spark is not enough to kill him. Hello, Gulpin. Oh, I didn't even think... I shouldn't have tried running away. Like, why would I think I'm faster than a Gulpin? There he is. There's our boy. This time we've trapped you, Latios. Okay, now we're gonna find out whether we just get you on the first ball or if you get to do a move. Oh, that was closer. Oh, I'm sorry, Sock and Bopper. You did your job reliably. And we get a second ball. Join us, Latios. You've shown us your power. You beat up a baby. Oh, okay. I have to check just in case it stays. I'm pretty sure it doesn't stay. Ever, but I have to check. Okay. So continues the struggle. With an extra little bit of technique. I was hoping. I mean, I'm pretty sure it has moves like Dragon Dance and things that are like not attacking, but I don't know if it has normal wild Pokemon rules or if legendaries and roamers get like special treatment. Because if it's totally random attack choice, then there's a chance that Latios will not immediately destroy Sock and Bopper. There's a chance. Because otherwise, if it's got like trainer battle intelligence, then it'll try and go for the kill every time because it'll get it. And I was also considering going to that region out in the east in the water, because it seems like all 4 of the routes there are like clustered together as one region, and it would be easy to find like a center point where you can just quickly hop from one to the other. But at the same time, I don't know if that would be any better than being in Mauville, because to travel from one route to the other, you have to deal with encounters. So probably better to be here. I'm glad the music doesn't reset when we fly, because that would be really annoying. We also get to hear more of that fantastic tune. Coming to you live on Pokemon Hoenn Radio. It's the same theme that plays in a bunch of towns, including Mauville. Okay, so north, let's put into slot 0. And 1. Oh, it's just, I think it's totally gone somewhere else now. Yeah, we got pretty unlucky there. I wonder if this would be less egregious if it happened before beating the Elite Four. Because after beating the Elite Four, there's much less to do when you're running around, and I feel like encountering a Latios or a Latios after beating, like, maybe after beating Team Magma or something, and like you're running around and you're still doing stuff, and then you're like, oh, if you don't run into Latios, you can still do something else. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I can get it, because it'll be like 1, 2, 3 back to this route. I'm trying to think if there's not really a way to... Yeah, basically that route is like not accessible. Like, we're not going to be able to get on that route at the same time that Latios is there. So let's try this one. Nope. Where'd it go this time? Trying to do math, and I think I've got it wrong. Let's see though. Like, I don't think he'll be here, but there's a chance. Okay, I see. So I think he's going to be on that route now. No, he's on this one. So maybe he'll be north? I have a general idea of how the system works and not a, like, practical, actual idea of it. Like I said, I didn't check which routes belong to what regions, for example. Yeah, he just switched. Niblin is getting his got his work cut out for him though. I think I've decided that I'm not going to have like a flying Pokemon in the core team next in Sapphire or Emeralds. Probably in Leaf Green and Fire Red I have an interesting... I've already picked my... I have been planning my teams for the other games, I should say. And Fire Red and Leaf Green will be like a nice callback. And then the third one, I'm going to go on your advice, Amako, and just get Blastoise and Zapdos. Because why not? Oh, come on. Come on, Latios, come back. He's just going farther and farther away. Oops. Like, I know it's random, but it doesn't feel random. It feels spiteful. It's a quick sweep through the game for that one extra playthrough to get Raikou, yeah. And then getting Raikou will be its own thing. I'm hoping by then that I will have raised a Pokemon with False Swipe to a decent level so that we can, like, easily catch them. And maybe also, like, a high-level Wobbuffet to, like, just, like, easily Shadow Tag. I might just train up Sock and Bopper off-screen, I guess. Raikou and Entei will be a problem. Oh, because of Roar? Yeah. But that's what saves are for. Yeah. Will they roar in response to a Shadow Tag or a mean look, or is there just a chance? The normal wild Pokemon chance that they'll use it? Because I don't want to bother using a trap move if they're just going to roar as a result. You're pretty sure that roar works through Shadow Tag. Yeah, I mean, I believe that. My thought is just that, like... Oh yeah, you don't know if it's programmed to do that or if it's random. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out when we get to that point. No need to put the cart before the horse. Better off using sleep? I guess so. It's just like, sleep moves are so unreliable. I guess what I need is a sleep powder, probably. Does Roar fail against the one grass move where you put your roots down? Oh, Ingrain. You know, I'm not sure. Because that could be useful. We get a Pokemon with Ingrain and Sleep Powder. But then I don't think there's one that would also have a trapping move. Because Mean Look only lasts as long as you keep the same Pokemon in the battle. Yeah, I'm going to pretend that we're going clockwise here. Red card moves that switch the target out. You cannot force a rooted Pokemon. Oh. But who has Ingrain in, like, the Kanto Pokemon? Is there anyone? Victory Bell, maybe? It would just flee, yeah. You would need a Pokemon with Mean Look and Ingrain. And I think in the time that you take to do Ingrain, you're potentially just, like, wasting your chance to... For the time that it would take to do Mean Look, they might roar before you can do Ingrain. Because grass Pokemon are slow. No, it moved! Wigglywood has it? What? Wigglytuff? Okay, it's back. I'm gonna go here because it likes... it likes to go here. It's just a route that I pick. Oh, Tangela. Is Tangela fast? Tangela's Ingrain. No, it moved again. Dang. Even with all my knowledge, it's just so random that, like, there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, I could go chasing after it if it wasn't so... If going in and out of the buildings didn't also make it change. Well, actually, I should just be entering the Pokemon Center, shouldn't I? Because that forces Latios to move. I don't know if it moves region, though. Maybe it does because this is a different, like, map. Yeah, Tangela. I should call... When I get a Tangela, I should call it Anaconda, like Tangela Anaconda. Deliberately mispronouncing the Pokemon's name for a joke. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna go west because this is a region where Latios tends to end up a lot for some reason. Intentionally or not. Oh, dang, it just left again. Okay, maybe it'll come back. Come back? Kind of come back? Come on, I know you're gonna be here. Oh, I went up there. Okay. Well, if it goes to that lower route on the water again, then I can go towards the bike path area. Oh, now it goes there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go south. I'm gonna go south anyway. Maybe it'll go there this time again. It'll go there like when I can actually go there. Oh, dang, I should have gone north. Well, there's no way to know. Okay, well now it's gotta... Unless... Maybe it doesn't gotta. Maybe it goes here. Nope. It just went to a totally new thing. I think my second... I think the second part of knowledge that I gained was wrong. I think I misunderstood what I thought was like looping through areas. But wait, it should go here this time? Because it went west... Went east? No? Okay. Is it gonna go west now and then it'll go north again? What's south? Okay, well let's go north because maybe it actually is gonna go north this time. Aha. So I sort of understand it. I think it's every 4, not every 3. I have an off by 1 error in my own calculations. Oh yeah, I don't know that we ever surfed around here, did we? Might be... there's an item. I can't get it. Why can't you pick it up? Oh, a hip up. That might have been useful. I'm pretty sure one of our battles we survived an attack by like 1 damage. And it might have been a Pokemon that I used HP up on. Pokemon, where are you? Ah, there you are. Is it the one I'm looking for? It is! Go get him, Sock and Bopper. Just hold the line. He's gotta get join us this time. Oh, finally. Right on the dot, well, a little bit past the line. It just turned 9:30. But what do we name him? This Pokemon is intelligent and understands human speech. Wait, do other Pokemon not understand human speech? How do we command them? Okay, Latios. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should just... I'll save and then we'll go to the name raider. Just in case something terrible happens. There, and Sock and Bopper didn't have to die again. Hooray! Okay. Right, the name raider's down here, I think. Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah, I wish you could use LNR to move boxes. Because you can in Pokemon Box. I don't know why they don't let you do it here. Okay. Maybe they added that in Emerald. Latios! He's a naughty nature, I bet you are. He's got Levitate. Yeah. Yeah, what the... Oh, he's got 2 attacking moves, yeah. Protect and Refresh. What does Refresh do? Oh, it heals status moves. Most Pokemon are like dogs and only understand their moves. Oh, yeah, like simple commands. Even though the anime makes us think that Pikachu can understand Ash. I mean, sometimes Ash will say like Pika Pika and like have a conversation in Pikachu with his Pikachu. So yeah, like the anime, I mean, I think like Pokemon people have said that the Pokemon anime and the card game and the video games are all separate universes. They're all separate universes and they're not related. So there's like any disparities are covered by that clause. Okay. What do we call you? I kind of want to call him something that we're talking about, but not Uberman. He is not the Uberman. Oh, you know what? We can call him Insomnia. There we go. He's kept me up at night. Insomnia. God, and from now on this will be known as Insomnia. I feel like Insomnia could be a good woman's name, though. Alright. And we could fight Wally, but at this point, I'm just happy to be done. Where are you? Gonkali, there you are. So that's going to be the end of the Pokemon Ruby stretch of the game. I'm going to keep playing this off stream because I'm prepping some things for Sapphire and for Emerald. Because like I said before, I want to start both Sapphire and Emerald with some Pokemon that I wouldn't normally be able to catch that early in the game to make it more interesting. So before we go, let's actually I'm gonna order all of my Pokemon in the reverse order that we caught them, and we're going to take a moment. We're going to take a moment to appreciate all our wonderful team who brought us this far. Let me check it real quick because I want to be sure. 103, 104, 117, 118. Yeah, okay. I wanted to be sure of like what order we caught him in because I was pretty sure we got Opaque first, and I'm going to reverse order because we want to appreciate our starter last. So yeah, Gonkali was not with us for a long time, but we did catch her in... we caught her in the desert, and was like, oh, that was cool, I'd love to have a dragon. And we didn't use her right away, but we did catch her with a Premier Ball, which was very fun. I like catching with Premier Balls. And she kind of chilled in the box while we fought Flannery and Norman, all the other gym leaders, and we defeated Team Magma. And then it wasn't until we got to the Elite Four that I decided that we should probably have a dragon Pokemon, and Gonkali was the one. She was the one. And she did some great job. She's even got a ribbon for getting in the Hall of Fame. Oh, she's docile. I forgot about that. She's just a sweet little Flygon. Just a sweet little, like, dragonfly dragon critter. She has all these powerful moves. We did not teach her wing attack because it didn't make sense. not wing attack, steel wing, because it didn't make much sense. But yeah, I love you, Gunkily, and even though you're such a late addition, I love you being on the team. Anodyne. Anodyne was a truly a shining star. I was kind of sad that we didn't get an Electrike in the first area that you can catch one, but then she turned up where I was expecting to get a Rosalia or an Oddish or something in the grass west of, I think that's where we got her, in the grass west of Mauville. And Lightning Rod is not a great move, but a great ability to have, but she still did really great. She's very powerful. She's naughty nature. And she has that King's Rock. I think she got some flinches with the King's Rock. I don't remember if this is the King's Rock that we found ourselves or if it was the one that Zay stole from Norman's gym, but we'll keep that between us. Anyway, she's very powerful. She only has special moves, but that's fine. Yeah, and she's cool. I like Manectric. I always thought the design of where it's got this kind of pointed helmet to be kind of goofy, but it's grown on me. I like him. I like it. I like its design. She's cool. I like Anodyne. I kind of wish I thought about your name a little more, but it's grown on me too. Zoomies. Okay, Zoomies. I was disappointed that we didn't get superpower or whatever it's called. Huge power. I think it's huge power. That boosts his attack and special attack stats. But Zoomies was still a crazy good sweeper somehow. Like, rollout sweeping Flannery was nuts. And then I think we even did the same for Winona. It was crazy. Zoomies, I love you, buddy. You're a great team member. Sassy. Of course you're sass. He's got so much sass after I complained about not having the ability I wanted. Naturally. And he's got the Quick Claw. That ended up being really useful because he's not very fast. Yeah, I think he's had that Quick Claw like the whole game, basically. The whole time we've had it. And Niblin. Niblin really shone early on at the fighting gym, and he did kind of fall off, unfortunately. He fell off a little bit just because bird Pokemon like flying Pokemon just don't really get good moves. Drill Peck is the best thing we could have gotten for anybody, and Tailo doesn't even get Drill Peck as an egg move, so Fly is the best. And we got Hyper Beam. I think he didn't really get to do much at the Elite Four, which is kind of sad, but we love you, Niblin. He was our, we're riding on his back all over the region, all over Hoenn. He's bashful. Oh, that's why he didn't shine. He's like, oh, that's okay. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I'm just a bird. I'm just a bird with two tails. Oh, we love you, Niblin. And I'm really happy with his name. I really like Niblin as like a little bird. He's just nibbling. Just nibbling at like seed on the ground. And Opaque. Gosh, what can I say about Opaque that I haven't already said? He is the underdog of all time. He's such an underdog because his special status, it's not as bad as I remember looking at it. But just a bird who needed someone and somewhere to hide. Oh, Niblin, he just needed a friend to keep him safe. And we did. I think we did. But yeah, Opaque, he's got good attack and speed, so he gets to swing his tail, and it's a shame he can't learn, like, Earthquake or whatever, but yeah, underdog. I did that on purpose, yeah. He's an underdog, because his special attack stat is bad, and Dark has a special move in this gen. Even with Crunch, he's not doing a lot of damage. And yet, he's still a very reliable team member. Intimidate is a fun ability. He doesn't care because he's jolly. Look at this guy. Opaque is, his profile looks very like emo, kind of intimidating. Like he looks very self-serious, but no, he's a jolly guy. He's a jolly dog. He's a happy boy. He's like you rub his belly and he's a happy boy. And then Relax. What else could I say about Relax? She's just awesome. She's a starter. She's gonna be awesome. But I also really like Blaziken. She's a cool design, except for the crotch tuft. That's not great, especially at this like low resolution design. Yeah, and rare female starter. It's happened a few times. Lord, the Cyndaquil, from my Pokemon Gold playthrough was female too. That's why I named her after I think Audrey Lord. I think that was the idea. I had a theme going because I also the Totodile was Baldwin after James Baldwin. It's kind of maybe it was like maybe it's inappropriate for Pokemon, but I don't know. I thought it was a neat theme to do. Anyway, I have started thinking of names for some of the other starters along the same lines to be thematically similar to Relax. And you know, Relax is a fun spelling for this name, but she's very powerful. It's a shame that she never got Sky Uppercut. It's just such a high-level move, and only Blaziken learns that I can't delay evolution to get it faster. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. She just doesn't have her, like, really strong... It's not that much stronger than Brick Break. I was looking it up. I think it's 85 power. So it's not terrible, and Brick Break has that extra stuff. But anyway, she got the Charcoal to boost her fire because her special attack is a little bit lower, a little bit weaker. But yeah, she's rare. I mean, the advantage of her being a female starter is that we can get her in order. I want to have as many Pokemon on the Emerald save file to be the original trainer of my Emerald trainer as possible. So Relax is actually going to be the mother of our Torchic, who becomes the final, like, Pokedex, who becomes, like, the final, like, Emerald save Blaziken. So Relax gets that honor. We may get lucky enough to, it's hard to say what will happen in Sapphire. We'll probably get a boy Mudkip. If we get a girl Mudkip, then she'll be the mother of the Mudkip in the next one. To be fair, I'm probably just going to get a Ditto in Fire Red or Leaf Green. I mean, I'm going to have to for the Pokedex, and we're going to, like... It's just, you know, Relax. We can probably... I might have fun. I might look up egg moves for Torchic and get, like, a fun egg move. Because Relax, we don't need a Ditto to breed Relax. But anyway... mentioning Zay reminded me that we should appreciate some of the Pokemon who are in the box as well. Before we go. Zay will be last. Because, again, Zay was the first... we got Zay before Opaque, I think. Sockenbachber, thank you for your service. You helped us catch the last Pokemon. That was cool. I'm afraid I don't have much else to say. I think we used Loudry for a little bit because she leveled up, but we didn't end up using her much. Sorry, Loudry, I never knew ya. We got Kaiba. Where did we get you, Kaiba? We got you on... Oh, yeah, we got you on the grass west of Lily Cove. He was fun. Pressure is a cool ability that I don't get to use, like, hardly at all, because it's usually only on legendaries. Yeah, why not doesn't mean anything. Well, listen, why not? He got knocked out. He got knocked out by Insomnia, so we have to give him a little attention. We have to appreciate his service, alright? So David Zoidberg. Oh. It's too late for that. Sonansu. Sonansu. Is that so? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Yeah, Kaiba, you're fun. I think you didn't survive as long as I was hoping in the Psychic Gym, but you helped us out a lot. We couldn't have done it without you, buddy. He's adamant. Oh, it's why not in Japanese. Sonansu. Is that it? Sonansu. Where's that Wobbuffet? Fairy. We wanted to use Fairy. Did I teach it Cut? I think I taught it like... Oh, I taught it Flash. You know what, Fairy? I'll give you a little bit of attention. You lit up the darkness so that we could investigate the cave on Dewford Island. And that was great. Thank you. We're gonna use Opaque. Fox... Boy. Fox, I was intending to bring you to the end, and I probably could have, but we already had a flying Pokemon on the team, and you don't learn a bug move, which is sad. You're cool and all. If I had bred... If you were a girl, Ninjask, I could have bred you with a Pokemon that learned Silverwind, and we could have had like a little baby Silverwind, Nincada to grow up and carry on your legacy, but oh, Baton Pass. Oh, yeah. I'm not that much of a strategist today. But hey, Fox, you helped us out though. You did help us out, and you fought in some gyms, I think. Maybe you didn't fight any in gyms, actually. But you were cool, and I like you. You're just cool. You were a cool Pokemon. Fantastic. You didn't really help us fight anything, but you were our HM user. You're our Pathfinder, our trusty shark to carry us underwater, and we needed you to defeat Team Magma, so you're very important. And that's cool. We fished you up outside at Moss Deep City. That's right. I remember that. Oh, Sonano is why not, which means is that so, and then Wobbuffet is Sonansu, which means that is so. So Wobbuffet answers why not's question. That's fun. Oh yeah, Rockport. Did we get you at the Safari Zone, I think? That's funny. Jumpin' Flash. I'm sorry, Jumpin' Flash, I was gonna bring you along. Also, Gyra's in Altaria now, don't worry about it. More preparations for later. Right, I did raise Flouter to a Beautifly. Unfortunately, Flouter, I couldn't justify bringing you along, even though you do learn. I think Absorb was supposedly going to be helpful in a gym somewhere, but I couldn't justify bringing you along. I'm sorry, Flouter. I gave you some hope that you were going to go somewhere, and we never did. Same with Hendy. I was thinking about bringing Hendy into the fighting gym, I think, and I never did that. Fern, you were helpful in... You got us through, is it Roxanne, I think? The rock gym leader? You were very important. Keen Eye is a cool ability, I like that. Especially early on when everybody's sand attacking. But yeah, after that, I'm afraid you kind of fell off. Pelipper, unfortunately, does not learn a lot of good moves. Impish. She's an impish little pelican bird. Pelican Pokemon. Oh, and Crostine, I was pretty happy with that name, even though we didn't get to use her for anything. And finally, Zay. Zay, you brought us so many gifts. And you were our other utility Pokemon, our original utility Pokemon. Leading us through breakable rocks, moving boulders, and surfing across the ocean. Oops. I think you even got us some extra rare candies, which were really useful for to avoid some grinding at the end there. So Zay, you were great. You didn't fight much, but you were a great member of the team, and I'm grateful to have had you here. Thank you so much. And she's jolly. She and Opaque are like buddies. They're jolly friends. The little like ferret and the dog. She's a big ferret though. So that's everybody. Should I look at the Hall of Fame real quick to close out? Oh, there's no way to look at like all of them. Well, I'll highlight Relax just because she's our starter. Jolly cooperation, yeah. Oh yeah, and Relax and Opaque had like Double Kick was like with the you remember the news report where we would like battle the news reporters and they were like the final move was Double Kick. Double Kick is Relax and Opaque's sign of friendship. So Relax and Opaque are like good buddies, are like the best of buddies for sure. I'll hold on Opaque because he deserves some spot. Like I really like him. I love a good underdog, especially when they are also a dog, so that the pun works for it. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me. Boy, that was a long epilogue. Monday we start the Pokemon Sapphire streams, at which point we will have a whole new team. It's also lucky because the cartridge I'm gonna need to trade. I'm gonna do some trades so we can get some special Pokemon early. And the cartridge I ordered should get here by Saturday, so I'll have it before we start the Sapphire playthrough. And we'll be able to start the game with some cool stuff. Yeah, it'll be Mudkip time. It'll be Mudkip's times. Yeah, it'll be Mudkip and a few other Pokemon. We're gonna have a few... I have to decide. It's either gonna be 2 or 3 eggs that we're gonna have. And, we're going to be carrying around 2 or 3 eggs for the first stream. that I'm gonna get most of the steps down, but there will be some steps left, so we'll get to hatch the eggs either during Monday or Thursday stream. Oh, that said, I might have something on Monday, even though it's Memorial Day, where usually I don't have anything to do. So keep an eye on my socials, because if it's not Monday, it'll be Tuesday, and we'll start the Sapphire stream. So it'll be either Monday or Tuesday. Start Sapphire, Mudkip, and some surprise eggs with surprise Pokemon in them that I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. You'll just have to come and see. So thank y'all for joining me again. Get some good sleep out there. Get connected with your community. Remember to always resist oppression where you find it and to support those that you can. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.